We also have an adjective version of the verb for wanting. Always.
Always.
What do you hear there? Always.
The ein sound.
Good, it's the ein. Now here, there's not any a's around, so you hear very clearly that the ein and the a is very different. No? Always. Always.
Always.
You might also hear eyes, or in very fluent speech, eyes.
Eyes.
So you might hear either always, eyes. So how do you say I want?
Ana always.
And always. Good. I don't want?
Ana مش always.
And mish always. Or and mish eyes. What if you were female?
Ana مش عاوزة.
Very good. And mish auza. Very good. So here it sounds particularly different to the other ones we learned. Fahim, raya, harif. But it's the same pattern. We have a long vowel at the beginning and a little vowel at the end. Always. Eyes. How would you say, why don't you want? Talking to a male.
أنت مش عاوز. لا.
Very good. أنت مش عاوز ليه? How would you say, I don't know why you don't want? I don't know why you don't want.
أنا مش عارف. أنت مش عاوز. لا.
Very good. أنا مش عارف. أنت مش عاوز ليه? How would you say, what do you want? Talking to a female.
أنت عاوزة.
أنت عاوزة إيه? Good. We don't understand what you want. Still speaking to a female. What was the word for we?
إحنا.
إحنا. And understanding?
فاهم.
Good. So we don't understand.
إحنا مش فاهمين. إحنا مش فاهمين.
إحنا مش فاهمين. What you want? Speaking to a female.
أنت عاوزة.
Good. إحنا مش فاهمين. أنت عاوزة إيه? How would you say we don't understand what you guys want?
إحنا مش فاهمين. أنتوا عاوزين.
Very good. إحنا مش فاهمين. أنتوا عاوزين إيه? You could also say we don't understand why you guys want.
إحنا مش فاهمين. أنتوا عاوزين. لا.
Very good. إحنا مش فاهمين. أنتوا عاوزين ليه? Very good. The word for from in Arabic is min.
من.
Min. From me is minni. Minni.
مني.
So we add this I sound and we get from me. Minni.
مني.
Good. So we have min, and when we put that I on there, that N doubles minni, just because it sounds much more Arabic, minni, than mini. So now you could say something like, what do you want from me? So this is a great time to elaborate on the position of question words in Egyptian. Now we said that in Egyptian, the question words have a tendency to be towards the end of the sentence. But in a sentence like this, what do you want from me? And we have this from me, then where should we put this what? So to be more specific, we can say that the question word takes the place of the information that it's asking for. So, what do you want from me? I want this from you. So we see that this there is in the middle. I want this from you. So the question word what is going to occupy the place that the information would be. So we will say, you want what from me? So we can make this test if we're unsure about where the question word goes. We can imagine the reply to that question and put the question word where that reply would be. So, what do you want from me? I want this from you. And this is going to be the position of that what. So, you want what from me? Talking to a male. You want what from me?
أنت عاوز. مني.
أنت عاوز إيه مني? Or we could have أنت عاوز مني إيه. So the first is more natural, less emphatic, but we've also seen that it's flexible, and breaking the standard rules of word order, we can show different emphasis, and this is best picked up in a live context. How would you ask that to more than one person? What do you guys want from me?
أنتوا عاوزين مني
Very good. انتوا عاوزين ايه مني. What was the word for because?
علشان
علشان. You can also add this sound for me on the end of علشان to get because of me.
علشاني
علشاني. Good. So, how would you say, are you coming because of me? Are you coming because of me? Let's speak to female.
أنت جاية علشاني
Very good. أنتي جاية علشاني. Very good. The word for house in Arabic is بيت. بيت. You can think of it as B-A-I-T. بيت. House.
بيت
What was the word for from again?
من
Min. Good. So how would you say from the house?
من بيت
From the house.
من البيت
Good. How would you say, are you guys coming from the house?
أنتوا جايين من البيت
Good. أنتوا جايين من البيت? Good. How would you say, where is the house?
البيت فين
Good. And we must hear that T. English speakers might find themselves dropping it or making it very soft because T's on the end of the word in English tend to do that. But in Arabic, you want to hear it clearly. بيت. In fact, the T here is part of the root of the word بيت. So it's even more important. How would you say, I don't know where the house is?
أنا مش عارف البيت فين
Good. أنا مش عارف البيت فين. Good. We don't know where the house is.
إحنا مش عارفين البيت فين
And where's the accent on
إحنا مش عارفين
عارفين? Good.
إحنا مش عارفين البيت فين
Good. احنا مش عارفين البيت فين. Do you guys know where the house is?
أنتوا عارفين البيت فين
Good. Don't you know where the house is?
أنتوا مش عارفين البيت فين
Good. أنتوا مش عارفين البيت فين. The word for something in Arabic is حاجة. حاجة.
حاجة
حاجة. Again, what H is this?
the Habibi H
The Habibi H. Good. So this is actually probably the most common H that we find around Arabic. No? Even though we have three, we have the H that's like English here, as we saw in fahim. And we have another sound we can describe like a H sound, but with friction, like in the popular expression خلاص, meaning something like forget it, it's over, enough already, خلاص. So these are the three H's of Arabic. Habibi, fahim, خلاص. And we want to differentiate them when we come across a new word. We want to understand what H is it, so that when we reproduce that word, we don't end up choosing one randomly. So we say haga, and we make that observation, oh, this is the Habibi H, the breathy H, the Hari H, however you want to think about it. So again, something,
حاجة
haga. Do you want something? To male.
أنت عاوز حاجة
أنت عاوز حاجة or أنت عايز حاجة. You could hear either. Good. Do you want something from the house?
أنت عاوز حاجة من البيت
Very good. أنت عاوز حاجة من البيت. Good. Again, give me, where is the house?
البيت فين
البيت فين? Or فين البيت? You might hear both, especially with the shorter sentences. You will see that the question words are more flexible. In the longer ones, you will definitely find them coming towards the end. So, for example, do you know where the house is?
أنت عارف البيت فين
أنت عارف البيت فين? So here the sentence is slightly longer, so much more common to hear that question word on the end. But with short sentences, you will find it's much more flexible. The word for big in Arabic is كبير.
كبير
Good. So what are the roots for big?
كبر
كبر. Good. And do you recognize the pattern? Now, when you're looking to see if you recognize a pattern, you're looking to see if you know other words that have the same kind of structure as kabir.
yeah كريم
Kareem. Good. So we are hearing now with an Arabic here. We're hearing that these are similar. How would you say the house is big?
البيت كبير.
Yeah, we have no is, do we? So we just go directly البيت كبير, and we imagine the is. What was the word for from?
من.
Good. And from me?
مني.
Minni.
مني.
So this I, other than me, it can also mean my, just by hooking on to the end of the word. So we know already the word habibi. The I on the end of habibi is my. The word for darling in itself is habib, habib. But the I there is my darling or friend, or a bit hard to translate because it's used so commonly, habibi. So how would you say my house?
بيتي.
Beiti. Very good. How would you say my house is big?
بيتي كبير.
Good. Beiti kbir. Good. My house isn't big.
بيتي مش كبير.
Good. Beiti mish kbir. How is you know talking to a female?
أنت عارفة.
Enti arfa. You don't know.
أنت مش عارفة.
Enti mish arfa. Don't you know?
أنت مش عارفة.
Don't you know where my house is?
أنت مش عارفة بيتي فين.
Very good. Enti mish arfa. Beiti fein.